marks a new beginning. Thanks for supporting a total reinvention. The soul is still here, but the vibe's a little different. Unpredictable, hide the kids and the women. Sports of all sorts, music mixed for living. Rep New York City, but ain't the politician. Always bring the heat, Steph, bacon in the kitchen. Big shout to y'all, I appreciate the listen. Donnie put the rest, but I'm still in the best. In the world of what I do, all y'all know the rest. I live it, I breathe it, I'm the whole definition. The pinnacle, the ultimate, I'm on a new mission. The Salty Thoughts of Mike Steph, featuring the one and only Mike Steph, the best in the world of what he does. Tap in. Take a look at me. Tell me, do you like what you see? Do you think you can? Do you think you can do me? Kiss me, pretty baby. Touch me all over. Girl, what makes you think you can do me? Do you think you can do me? Do me, baby. Do me, baby. Do me, baby. Do me, baby. You can do me in the morning. You can do me in the night. You can do me when you want to do me. You can do me in the morning. You can do me in the night. You can do me when you want to do me. What up, people? Welcome to another edition of the Salty Thoughts of Mike Steph podcast, featuring the one and only Mike Steph, best in the world at what he does. As my son looks upon me in the background, shaking his head with disgust because I'm singing a song that's about 35 years old. But not only so much that it's 35 years old, is the fact that he sees his father singing the sultry sounds of Belle Biv DeVoe, singing the sultry sounds, the sultry words of Do Me. And he's probably wondering why his father is singing Do Me when his father has been married for a quarter century. Am I correct? He's shaking his head yes. Because I heard that song in the car this morning, and it's been on my mind, and I told myself I was going to say it right now, right here and now. Yes. I'm back for another week. I'm back for another episode. I'm back for another adventure. And little do y'all know that this is going to be a very, very special edition of the Salty Thoughts of Mike Steph, because even though you see me being solo, being dolo, if you will, right at this point in time, I will not be by myself for the duration of this episode. I have a very, very special guest, and as soon as he logs in and he comes on my green screen, if you will, my green room, if you will, I will bring him up to date, and I'll bring him into not only my episode, but into your viewing screen as we are. This week, I'm not going to lie, we're going to keep it light. Last week, we had the third installment of the Couples Retreat series, in which we not only tripled the pleasure, we tripled the fun. Not only did we triple the fun, we tripled the participants. So instead of having just uno and dos, we had uno, dos, tres. And due to my feedback, there might be a cuatro in the near future. Only one way to find out, and that is to press the like button, press subscribe. So therefore, whenever I decide to drop the fourth installment, whenever I decide to drop any shorts, whenever I decide to drop any more episodes, y'all will be the first ones to hear it. But like I said, we're going to keep it light this week. It's going to be very, very, just lighthearted banter with me and my special guest, who I'm trying to prevent myself from actually, kind of blowing surprise, but neither here nor there. We'll probably get into some of the Olympic talk that's going on for the last 2 weeks because the last year, well, the last, I think the last day is actually tomorrow. Um, the closing exercise, the closing ceremony, and I see in the green screen that he should be here. So without further ado, because I'm starting to ramble, I'm going to add him right now. What up,
What are they?
bro?
Oh,
You're not ready yet?
I'm sorry. I'm ready. Let me take this tie off, man.
Look at this. Look at this mother effer.
You know,
Yeah. Now,
just
you know
getting in the
what? You know
car.
this is a special episode because we both have collars. Normally, I'm a t-shirt dude on my pod, but I got the polo and he got the tuxedo.
Yes, sir. Well, look, man, I just did a quick little shuttle for some sneakerhead people. I guess it's these people who collect a bunch of sneakers or whatever. But
Yeah, your nephew's one.
no, oh, see, all right, that's another topic, man.
Okay.
Man, send me to Ross, man. I will right. Give me $100. I'm coming home with 4 pair of shoes. Like, I don't understand this I can't wear these shoes. What the fuck I buy them for? Like, what do you mean? Like, they don't need their own shelf. They don't need like, I gotta take a picture with them and wrap them in aluminum foil or whatever they be doing, saran wrap. I don't know, and then save it for like 20 years later. I I don't understand that, man. I don't understand that, but yeah, I'm about to start driving, so I don't know if I might put this camera thing down or whatever.
Okay,
But
before he
yeah,
cuts the camera off, let me introduce you to my audience. That is my brother-in-law, Mr. Lophattbeats himself. If you ever hear me having some type of slander to a certain gentleman that lives below the Mason-Dixon line, a certain gentleman that lives in the dirty, a certain gentleman that lives in the peach state, if you will, that's the mother effer right there that's on your screen, aka my beloved brother-in-law for over 25 years. So right
you
now,
better get that goddamn number right,
listen, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say 23 and change. No, 25 years.
man.
25
To
years.
me,
We just made our 25th anniversary
I,
in February. So
I about to
trust and
say,
believe.
sis would have
Trust and
came
believe.
across like sis would have came across that room like that dude that jumped at that judge.
Listen, speaking of your sister, we're probably going to end up having to pause this for a short minute. When
Hmm.
she gives me the call to go meet her at the bus stop
Okay,
because she went to a little family gathering on Tracy and them. So she went over
okay,
there. So I got to meet her at the bus stop. But that'll be knowing her. Even though she sets the hour, we'll probably be finished by the time she's
right,
ready.
right. All right, well, let's
So
get.
yeah, that's my brother Lophatt. He's going to actually cut the camera off for now because he's going to be on the interstate driving, and this is literally going to be an on the road edition of the Salty Thoughts of Mike Steph. I'm not going to get into no intro, no outro. We're going to get straight to the shits. We are going to get
Straight to the
straight to the
shit, man.
shits.
Straight to the shit. Hey,
Yeah.
before you get straight to the shit, man,
Okay.
I gotta get off my chest, man.
What up?
All right, so as I finish my route today, everybody gets off the bus and like, oh, thank you, appreciate it, and stuff like this. And this at the end of the night, I felt like I was in the Bronx because it seemed like everybody on the bus was Puerto Rican and stuff and was talking or whatever. So, I feel like I'm in the Bronx. I'm vibing and everything. 'Cause I used to live off Gun Hill Road in the Bronx for like, I don't know. Um, but when the dude got off the dude said, thank you. And he grabbed my muscle area. And as he walked off the bus, he squeezed my muscle and walked off and said, thank you at the same time. Uh,
I'm trying to figure out where this is leading to. Did he say
I,
gracias?
I, not, well, I don't know what the fuck he said because at that point, World War III just blew up in my head like, what motherfucker? What? Like, why you? Look, I just had to get that off because that's been on my mind before we start talking about other shit. I didn't want that to to cloud anything, but man, I didn't know how I was supposed to feel. I didn't know if I was supposed to like, nigga, get your hands up. Like I didn't know what I was supposed to do or say. But I mean, I'm 46 years old, man. And I felt like I got violated in a sense. And anyway, man, I just want hopefully you ain't got to bleep all that out and stuff like that.
Listen, I should have probably said this beforehand. I don't edit shit, so consider yourself live without being live.
Hey, well, look, I didn't know what to do, man. I like, man, I just looked at the person like, man, please exit the bus, because I knew I was like, you know, if there was a second squeeze, I think I'd have to get up. Yeah, and then anyway, he looked like never mind. He just enjoyed dancing a lot tonight at the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
you know what?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question since we're on that subject, and I'm probably going to push the lines of seeing how much I can say without getting canceled. But I liken that to being called Poppy by a muchacho.
Man.
No, like at my shoot job, right? You know, a lot of times, they ask for favors. They say, "Hey, bro," especially if it's a which boy, it's a brother. They come, they're like, "Hey, brother, how you doing? How was your day?" And I already know the bullshit's about to happen, but neither here nor there. So I feel a way when some of our Latino brothers come up to me and be like, "Hey, papi, you think you could do me a favor? Por favor?" And I'm like, whoa. Why are you calling me Poppy? I'm your Poppy. I get it. I get it. You're trying to ingratiate yourself to me, but at the same time, it's like, look, I'm looking at you a certain way. Like, yo, why? I'm not your Poppy. I'm not your Eddie Guerrero. Like, just ask your question. So I liken the fact that you just got massaged on your bicep by a dude that was walking out the bus, and he said gracias to somebody asking me for a favor and calling me Poppy. I'm like, yo, if you call me Poppy, that means does that mean that your Poppy can have anything he wants? Because you call me Poppy.
Listen, man. Hey, first of all, like that would be hard, because if you up there up top or whatever, if the last syllable is longer than 1 second, then he violating.
So you're saying if it's Papi?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at you like, what the fuck?
But if he just said Poppy, you think that's kosher?
No, I don't want to be called Poppy, period, by no dude. But
because you know the definition. That's almost like, hey, daddy. Like matter of fact, that's like Diddy. That's like Diddy.
Right.
Hey, daddy. Yo, what's going? Yo, you don't want to party with me, daddy?
Nope. Like, man, bro, like, no. Like I said, bro, I don't want to be called Poppy, period. But if it's a Poppy, like, I'm just like, what the fuck are you singing that shit for, bro?
Hey, Poppy. And like, with the extra breath. Hey,
yeah.
Poppy.
Like, don't do that again, bro. Yeah. It's, you can't. Nah, man. I don't want to be called Poppy, period, by no dude. Like, I don't care how hard you say. It can't be like, hey, Poppy. Like, I don't care. Like,
yo, Poppy.
I can't.
Yo, what's good, Poppy?
There's nothing you can do or make it sound like no, bro. Like, no.
Even if he has a do-rag on, it just can't be hard.
Like, I don't know if I'm about to get robbed or fucked. Like, no. Like this. I don't want to have to I don't want to have to fight for my life. Like I don't know what's about to happen. So, I'm good, bro. Like,
what?
We're not going that way.
Well, I know you've seen the classic Training Day, right?
Yes, sir.
Remember when Jake took old boy to the Chulos, and they was messing with him? He was like, yo, Yo, you ever got your shit pushed in? Yo,
Nah,
me and the homies love getting our shit pushed in.
bro, like, no, hell no. They kill me. You have to kill me, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Kill me
Okay,
first.
you know,
Kill me.
I'm
Period.
going which go. I'm going to make a quick left because I can see we which go. We digging ourselves a little hole. Now, what we were saying earlier,
Yeah.
um, like tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow
Mhm.
morning, some way tomorrow is laundry day, right? It's laundry day in the Stephens abode, the Lewis Stephens abode, right?
Right.
And we was just discussing how we actually have more in common when it comes to our significant others in dealing with laundry. Now,
Yeah,
do you want me to lead off, or do you want to continue where you left off, and I piggyback off you?
man. I go ahead and lead it off, man. Good.
Okay. Now, your sister, right? And
Mhm.
I'm really going to dig myself a hole right now
Right.
because, like I told you before, your sister's my number one fan, my number one listener. So she listens to this. So I'm quite sure on Monday morning when I drop and she's on her way to work, she's going to listen to this, and then she's going to either give me a text or she's going to video chat me and say, yo, babe, I'm like, why were you saying all that stuff on your pod? But regardless,
Right.
now your sister, my lovely wife, my Mrs. Oo, right? Your
Yeah.
sister has a particular way in which she likes to do things. I won't say she'll classify herself as OCD,
Right.
which in a good way, right? She likes the things organized a certain way. She likes things washed a certain way, so forth. So, but the one thing that we don't agree, one of the things we don't agree on when it comes to laundry is she's an early bird. That's why we've been together so long. She's a
Right.
morning person. I'm a night person. She wants to go to the laundromat 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. Like when they first open,
Sheesh.
that's where she wants to go. Now, mind you, I'm a night bird. I'm a night owl. I don't go to sleep until about 4:30.
Right.
So me getting up at 6:30 in the morning, and her famous thing is, well, babe, if we could just get up early in the morning and get it over with, and you have the rest of the day all to yourself.
Mm.
I understand that, but
Right.
they don't understand that me getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning after going to sleep at 4:30 is really just effing up my whole day because
Right.
I'm at that age. I got to get my afternoon nap. But neither here nor there. So when we go to the laundry, she wants me to go to the laundry, but she doesn't want me to do anything. This is what she wants me to do. Of course, give her company. We'll carry the cart down there because being the fact that for those who don't know, I live in the concrete jungle. I live in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. My brother, he lives in the suburbs. Well, suburbs considering not the concrete jungle. So I'm quite sure you have a washer and dryer in your house, right?
Yes, sir. We do.
Okay.
And we
So
have green grass. Sorry. Go ahead.
okay. I swear, it's something about these freaking fucking relatives I have out of the state that thinks I don't know what the fuck grass look like. You see, you got me saying the F word way more than look, I cut down on my curses, but fuck you. Anyway, so
Concrete jungle. Every time you say concrete jungle, I just be like, man, he motherfucker come down. He be like, I ain't never seen it. It's so green. I'd be like, it's great. It's grass. It's trees.
so um what we usually do is, I help her around the corner, whatever, and then she separates the clothes before we get there. Not a problem. She puts them into the various machines. Not a problem. But
Hmm.
she has a system in which she adds the soap, the bleach, fabric softener, the whole nine.
Right.
She waits. She doesn't put everything into the slots at the same time. She waits for the cycle, so it goes from the rinse. Well, it goes for the soak cycle, and then when it changes over to the wash and it drains the water, then she wants to add the soap. Then when it goes there and goes to the spin cycle, then she wants to add the fabric softener and so forth. So she wants me to watch all the machines and make sure that I'm where she's not, so we could get the soap in on time. Not only that, then we transfer the clothes from the washer to the dryer. Not a problem. When we take it out the dryer, I fold. She folds. She doesn't like the way I fold. So after a while, she's like, you know what? Just sit there and don't worry about it. I'll fold them all. But then we took an attitude, went, oh, darn, you just sitting there, you're not helping. I'm like, it's either I help or I don't. So this is what I do. So what I end up doing is I fold my own clothes.
Oh,
I fold my uniforms. I fold my underwear, and I just leave her clothes, leave her and our daughter's clothes to the side. And of course, it's World War III. Then when we get in the house, um, a lot of times, uh, the stuff is stay into the washer. I mean, stay into the car until we need them or what have you.
right.
But I say all that to say this. Now, because I've laid that out, she has a way that she washes clothes. I have a way that I wash my clothes. Now, I'm not going to lie. The way she washes the clothes is I don't know what kind of voodoo she does, but the whites come out so pristine. It comes out smelling so mountain fresh and so lemony and all that stuff. But I don't like, I don't like taking all the clothes. So a lot of times I'll take the majority of my clothes if it's my turn because she wants to take turns.
Right.
So I take the majority of my clothes and then I take her necessities. So I don't want to be called selfish. But then she'll run up to me. It's like, well, babe, I don't understand. When I go to the laundry, I take all the clothes. When you go to the laundry, you take some of the clothes. You take the majority of your clothes. You only take my necessities. Do you think that's fair? And I'm like,
Mm.
because you don't like the way I wash clothes. Tell you the truth, in a lot of ways, I don't like the way I wash clothes. I just know they need to be washed. I know they need to be clean, and I know they need to smell fresh. Now, the reason I say that because you have a similar situation that's going on with your laundry situation with your significant other. Please tell the masses without getting yourself in too much trouble. Please tell the masses exactly what your situation is going on right now as we
All
speak.
right, man. Well, first of all, let me pray. Please, Lord, please don't let it hear this podcast. But anyway, so now that I got that little short prayer out the way, um, so we have similar situation. Um, I feel like if I try to, I don't like the clothes to pile up. We have the washer and dryer right there, like literally, like you know, you could come home and take, everybody take stuff off, put it in the thing, and then wash it, and boom, those clothes are fresh the next day. You could put them up or whatever. In a great world, like that will be the ideal, thing. Um, I feel when we put baskets in each kid's room or whatever, um, we tend to let them things pile up, and then you want to get to the weekend, then everybody
Yeah,
want to kind of try to wash clothes at the same time or whatever. So sometimes, in order to not let clothes pile up or whatever, I will attempt to wash the clothes and everything. You know, I don't do all of that. Of course, I separate the color and whites and all of that stuff. But the way you say, wifey is my sister. Um, ooh, I ain't never. I couldn't imagine that. I that's she said OCD. She
yeah,
Yeah, that's I I almost sympathize with you because you have to watch each one of the damn washing machines.
yep,
Like you have to watch like the rinse, and when it drains out, then you gotta sit there. Like everything it must be timed, and all of that stuff.
yep.
Mine is simple: wash and dry at the house. You know, so I washed my whites. Well, all the whites. Usually, all the whites are washed together or whatever. So I wash the whites and everything, and I have kids that come on the weekend that just they wasn't here. They're just there on the weekend. So
Okay.
wash the clothes, wash the white clothes and everything, and I go fold up clothes and everything, and that was yesterday. Today I get a text message, and at the end of the text message it has an angry face, and I'm driving a bus. So I'm just like, oh shit. When you see the angry face on any damn text, you already know like this is bad. So, I parked the bus, I look at the text, and it's like, you put your daughter's underwears in my drawer. I know how my wife is.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I came home and just that whole damn drawer is back in the washing machine, probably. Like, she just, when it comes to like OCD or whatever, like, she's just that way, germaphobe, things like that.
Yeah.
So, I don't, you know, that particular child wasn't here and everything, and the other girls that are in the house, like, I don't analyze the panties and everything. I'll just be like, okay, this one doesn't look like it fits the 6-year old or the 13-year old, so it's a quick fold and put up.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't have did that shit because now I'm being hit with the I just thought that you would know my underwear. Like, I'm just no. Like, I almost want to initial her shit. Like
Like you
take
going away to sleepaway
markers
camp.
and shit. Like all our socks and shit. Like initial our socks and things like that because it's a lot of us in the house. Now,
Okay.
now I'm to the point where I'm like, you know what? When I feel like, any guy who feel like they're getting reprimanded or, don't nobody want to feel like you let somebody down or whatever. Or now it's extra because now I'm supposed to know exactly what your underwear look like or whatever. But it's just like it's the cotton ones. It's the cotton ones when, you're that situation is going on. So
Oh yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah.
without saying too much,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Trust me, I get
but
it. The
yeah.
ones that's out of
So
shape, the ones
yeah,
that not a real sexy. We,
yeah.
we know which ones are for a
Okay.
particular time, and we know which ones are
Right.
for
Right.
get busy time.
Yeah. So I did all that, and now I'm sitting here. I posed. I just said something to you today, because I was in my feelings about this as well. Because now I don't know what her underwear look like. Now I'm like, that's another shot. Like, you don't know me, type thing. That can be added onto the list of things to add on to a future argument or
Mm.
whatever. So now I just want to wash my own fucking clothes. Now I don't want to wash nobody else's clothes. I might wash the 6-year-old clothes because that's a little one. She can't fend for herself right now
Yeah.
or whatever. But everybody else in the house, like, I don't want to wash nobody else's clothes. But I'm at a crossword because I feel like if I do that, am I gonna be considered selfish?
Oh yeah. I get selfish. I get called selfish at least once a month when it comes dealing with laundry. I'm
So
probably gonna
I
get selfish. Probably gonna get called that when I ask her, well, can you at least separate them? Because a lot of times, if I don't feel like doing it, or I know she, either she's not feeling well, whatever, I'll tell her, like, babe, all right, you want me to go to the laundry? That's the one thing I hate doing. I hate separating the clothes because not so much the darks and lights. I could do that. It's the in between ones, the pastels. I know they don't go with the whites, but they don't really go with the colors. Some of the colors got to be dark. I don't get into all that. So I was like, babe, you separate them, I'll wash them. And if I
but
don't-
she look
if I
at
told
like
her to do that, she's like, well, you don't separate for me. I'm like, because you know how to separate.
yeah, I clearly don't know how to separate. Like, is she like looking at the labels? Like, I listen. I drive actors sometime, and this past year I went and bought me some nice shirts and shit, and
Yeah.
I just happened to look at the labels and it's like, oh, wash tumble dry or wash low or tumble dry. Like, what? I didn't know all my clothes had. I'm 46 years old, bro. Like, I didn't really know like all my clothes
Uh-oh.
like washing
You just thought everything was in the same cycle.
this time.
You thought everything
You
was
know,
just the same cycle.
yeah. I mean, listen, if dark clothes go on the same load, uh, if I got jeans and a shirt, cotton shirt or whatever, like all them
Okay.
shit's going in at the same thing. Like, but man, let me find out that people be like, oh, this is dark clothes, and there go light skin clothes, like
You said
that
light
type of
skin.
stuff. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, You
These
know,
are
it's
dark
not the
people
darker
clothes.
clothes. The pastel, like what, like the silk shirt or something like that. Like this not get washed with the cotton. Like I just be realized like I don't know how to all the shit I thought I really know how to do. I don't know how to do and
You
stuff.
know what I do
Well,
when it comes to the water? Like I know most of the time colors they're supposed to be. I think they're supposed to be washed in cold cold water because you don't want the colors to bleed. You don't want the colors to fade. So a lot of
right.
times you want. But what I do, I'm like, you know what? I split the difference. I know the whites, being the fact you're adding bleach to those, like the pure whites, like the white teas and whatever.
Yeah.
I know those are that's hot water and with bleach.
Right.
Now for everything in between, I don't go cold. I don't go hot. I go warm.
See,
You can never go wrong with warm, except for the white clothes. The white clothes, the underwear, got to be hot because that's where the majority of the germs are.
yeah.
And I mean, we put soap, we put sanitizer, we put
Right.
laundry sanitizer, we put the pods in, we do the OxyClean. It's like so many chemicals we put in our clothes.
Golly.
Um, but it's a beautiful thing when we get the finished product.
None of y'all have like what I want to say skin allergies, eczema or anything like that.
Oh
Like
yeah, all of us. No,
no.
all right. Which go no to be half serious.
Mhm.
Um, we do make sure we use the soap that is like very sensitive. I
Okay.
know
Okay.
for when the kids were growing up, they came out with like a lot of fragrance free soaps, like
Yeah.
Tide free, Downy
Ivory. Yeah.
free, stuff like that. So we use that, and then gradually, we don't do the harsh things, but yeah, like Mika, she has to do that because it'll eat her skin up. Same thing
Yeah.
with Kayla, it'll eat her skin up. So yeah,
Yeah.
we're cognizant on the chemicals we use, but we don't use the fragrance free anymore as much as we used to when they were growing up.
Yeah. Well, I know. My youngest one, she used the ivory stuff or whatever. But like my clothes, man, that shit need to smell like Gain or Tide. Uh, has to have the fabric softener in it and things like that. But you know, like I said, man, I think if I wash my clothes by myself, I'm gonna be considered selfish, and then I'm gonna end up feeling bad about that, and next thing I'm gonna end up washing, you know, her clothes with my clothes again, because like she has a system too. She don't wash the kids' clothes with our clothes. No, like that does not happen. My
No,
thing is if that shit piles up, guess
everything
what?
getting washed.
Everything getting fucking washed. It should have been washed. If you don't want me to wash it, it should have been washed or something like that or whatever. And like I said, I pray to God that she don't hear this, but it is what it is. But
Let
just stating facts
let
and
me ask you
stuff.
a question to
Yeah.
see if this happens to you also. Um, y'all do takeout, right?
Hmm.
And okay, matter of fact, not even takeout. Let's say you coming home from work
Yeah.
and you're like, all right, I know my babe didn't cook tonight, or yeah, I really don't want to warm up anything when I get home. Let me just grab something real quick on my way home so I could eat and relax. And
Yeah.
just so happen the missus is up,
Mm.
and it's something that might not even be something that she particularly likes, but does she ever feel offended? Like, how dare you come in this house with just your stuff, and you didn't even think to call me to see if I wanted you to bring something home, even though 9 times out of 10 you think she's asleep?
Hmm. Well, I usually that doesn't really happen uh to me.
You got to keep her. Got to keep
Um,
her.
yeah, I usually I I do the takeout and I eat that shit before I get home.
Oh, you one of them?
Oh yeah, I'm not walking in the house. I'm not saying shit. If the food is made for me, guess what? I'm eating more. Um, but I'm also preparing myself for all right, she was tired, you know, she had a lot happened day at work or whatever. She didn't feel like cooking. So
Yeah.
sometimes, we have this place called Quick Trip down here in the South, and
Okay.
I might get me a wrap or something like that, and nothing too big because I'm like, just in case she cooked something at home. So I'll get a nice size wrap or whatever, chicken bacon ranch wrap, and I'll eat that when I get home. Like I don't come in the house and you know I try to avoid conflict at all cost. And I know that that couldn't possibly be a conflict starter. Like,
Okay.
why didn't you call me? And because I thought your ass was asleep. Well, you didn't call me. You'd have knew I was asleep. I'm like, but I didn't. I just like it's feel like you ain't gonna win. So I avoid all that shit at all costs, and I just I don't say no when I get in the car, and I'm like, oh, she had McDonald's today. You know, I'd be like, okay, eye for
How
eye,
dare she?
motherfucker. I dare see. Like, I can't, I'm a, diabetic and all this stuff. And I'm sitting there like, she's like, oh, I want you to eat healthy and all this stuff. I'm like, shit. And I come and I see, is that a McDonald's fry? Oh, how the fuck? Like, I know we said we gonna go vegan for a week, but that didn't mean I know you didn't just eat fries by itself. Like I know like that didn't happen. So yeah, man.
Is that a
That's
McNugget crumb?
right, man. One day I came home, like got in the car. There was a a sauce holder attached to the vent, and I'm
Okay.
like, fuck. And then I smell like barbecue. I said, just
Mhm.
so I had some nuggets and some fries, and I can't eat this stuff no more. And just but we kind of do that. I could tell that she gets some things or whatever. I'm not gonna tell nobody what you can and can't eat and
Yeah.
shit. But one thing I hate is if you're in a house, and sometimes my kids do this. They'll
Okay.
order Uber Eats
I,
for them fucking self, and then it'd be like two of the siblings in the house like
hungry.
hungry.
Like
Where's
how
mine? Where's mine? And be like, what you eat? Oh, I got two chili dogs and some fries and a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Nigga, you ate all that? And your sisters is hungry? Like you could have gave them the hot dogs and ate the Philly. Or something just, that's what it drives me a little nuts sometimes. But I know I can't walk in the house and go sit at the table and eat a sandwich. And even if I know the kids or people they have eaten, but then it might be something they really want to eat. And I'm sitting over there with big ass Philly cheesesteak sandwich eating it, and they like, damn, we had sloppy Joe today. It's they they gonna
nothing wrong
feel
with
the same.
sloppy Joe. I love
Yeah,
sloppy Joe.
yeah,
I can't
yeah,
eat it no more though.
yeah, yeah,
Sure, heartburn is a mother effer.
yeah. Hell yeah! About to say it's the heartburn starter for me.
Yeah. Ooh, shoot.
Yup.
Um, which go ahead. I'm going. I gotta ask. All right. Have you seen? What part? What sports in the Olympics have you seen?
You know what? That's what I'm gonna. I think this might be the first Olympics
Mm-hmm.
that I have not watched.
Really?
I almost felt like it wasn't even hyped up. I almost feel like I don't know if the Olympics that was in Japan when nobody was in it. I think that fucked it up so much for me.
Okay. Okay. The after the what wasn't pre, but the post COVID Olympics.
Yeah, the post COVID Olympics when nobody in the stands. You like family couldn't come. Uh, you would just you would hear the race and you hear the gunshot and then you just hear footsteps. That's
You just did a pitter patter.
right. Feel like a whole shitload of horses is running. Like I was like, man, something missing. They was like, yeah, the whole audience. I was like, damn. Um,
No,
I
the
just
reason
felt
I
like,
asked.
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. What you were saying?
Yeah, no, I just felt like I don't know. I felt like the Olympics disappeared. I feel like the Olympics has turned into like what the Pro Bowl is.
Oh, you know, I'm actually the opposite. Because I could truly say, I mean, I was into the Olympics when I was younger. You know,
Uh-huh.
'cause every 4 years, you know, be want to be patriotic. Yeah, USA, 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 and all
Right.
that other shit. Right now, I want to say prior to the last two Olympics, I could care less. Like they was on, didn't really matter. Now this one, because your sister loves the Olympics.
Right.
She doesn't like sports like that, but she's in there hooping and hollering about the track and field. She talk
Right.
about, yeah, because they're actually playing for something. I'm like, what do you
Right.
mean they're not just playing for money, they're playing for medals. And I'm like, hold on, let me get this straight. So you're actually into it because these mother effers aren't playing for millions and millions of dollars, even though certain sports they're getting compensated through the endorsements of millions and millions of dollars, but you're all about the camaraderie. You're all about the patriotism. Like she's about to, yeah, USA, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? So the reason I asked that because something happened the other day. Are you familiar with the dude that runs the 100 meter and 200 meter? Noah Lyles
No
or
allows.
Noah
Yeah.
Miles, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did.
Now
He did a Aaron. He did a Aaron Rodgers.
he did. What about the COVID?
Yeah, that
About
motherfucker
the
came.
Rona? Matter of fact, you know what? We gotta say Rona because I think they still flagging that word. But
Okay.
um, yeah, because see that was exactly where I was coming at.
Hmm.
He was talking mucho shit coming up. Yeah, I'm going to do like Carl Lewis. I'm going to get the 100. I'm going to get the 200. I'm going to get the relay, the whole nine, blah, 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 blah. Talking mucho shit, right?
Right.
Talking about, yo, he's coming after Hussein Bolt and everything. A lot of people have been saying, yo, your homeboy needs to humble himself.
Right.
Fine. My thing is, look, when you're at that level, if you don't got that type of bravado, I understand why you got that type of bravado because you need that to propel yourself going forward. Understandable. Fine. So he wins the 100 meter, right? And
Hmm.
I'm watching, and I'm like, yo, I think your sister even said, yo, why he got a mask on? And I'm like, well, maybe he's one of those types that's want to be, take extra precaution. You're like, look,
Right.
I don't know where these foreigners are from. Look, I got to go back to the States. I don't want to catch nothing while I'm over here. Yo, dude over here had a sore throat. I don't know what he got. Either way. So when the news came out that not only did he lose the 200 meters, so he got bronze,
Right.
then it comes out. Matter of fact, I think he says, well, I got diagnosed with the Rona 2 days before the race.
Mm.
I'm like, whoa. So, or the histrionics when the race was over, he collapses on the ground. Suppose he collapsed on the ground, and
Hmm.
then the medical comes over there, and then they reel him off. They do a Paul Pierce. They reel him off in the wheelchair.
Mm.
My thing is, I think part of that was he was trying to save face because he was bragging that he was going to be the next Carl Lewis, and not only did he lose, he didn't come in second. He came in third, and now conveniently, 2 days ago, I was diagnosed with the Rona, and it looks heroic that he came up. At least he actually won a bronze with the Rona. Oh, and by the way, his Olympics was officially over, and he was not going to participate in the 4x4 relay. Coincidentally, what do you think about that? Do you think A, he's full of shit, or B, he actually did catch the Rona, but do you think it was selfish of his ass to put himself above everybody else to run with this? I mean, at the end of the day, we still know this thing is contagious. Like, all right,
Right.
you're from America. We have means to make sure that you're all right. Some of these other countries, like at the end of the day, he could be patient zero for another outbreak if you think about it.
Yep.
he could be the reason why the world shuts down again
Yep.
because he put himself above everybody else. Like I'm not gonna lie. Unfortunately, I caught that shit twice officially, 3 times unofficially.
Right.
I'm I'm not on some um I'm not even about the mass shit no more. Hold on 1 minute. Let me pause this. Hold on. And we're back.
And we're
Yeah.
back.
Answer the Olympic question.
So, man, A and B. Uh, I feel it was BS. I feel it was selfish, but I also feel it wasn't. You can't put it all on him.
No,
Like
no, I get it.
there has to be a team. Like there, like there's testing and all of this stuff in the Olympics. Like, first of all, how did y'all allow? If he had COVID, how did y'all allow him to race? I understand it's one of the most important things in the world and stuff, but that's why you got alternates on the teams
Yeah.
and stuff. Like, yes, unfortunately, you caught COVID at the wrong time or whatever. Um, I mean, I feel like he should, man. Honestly, bro, I feel like he should be punished for that shit.
Now,
I honestly feel that way.
one thing that did come out, according to I believe it's the IOC. I'm not sure if it's
Mhm.
just US, but according to the IOC, I believe um it's at this point in time, it's at the runner's discretion. That doesn't automatically disqualify them from participating if they are infected with the Rona, which is crazy. Because my thing is, 3 years ago, y'all postponed the Olympics because of the Rona.
Yeah, yeah, shut the damn world down because of the Rona.
Yeah, now y'all talk about, well, I mean, but that shows you how far we've come, quote unquote. That it's like, you know what? It's up to you. You want? I mean, my thing is, all right, it might be up to him, but it should have been up to all the other participants or whether or not they wanted to take the risk of being with. Because it's not like
Right.
you're not
That's
into an enclosed area. You're breathing heavy. You're
right.
running. You spittle. You're
You're
outside.
hugging.
Okay, fine.
You're hugging. You're standing next to each other. Like before they come out in the race, they're standing next to each other and
Yeah,
stuff
like you're
like
in
that.
line. Like my look. I'm not preaching violence, but at the same time, if I was some of the other participants, especially if I was other participants from other countries,
Right.
y'all would have fucked him up.
Oh yeah. I think I probably would. I definitely would have some beef. You
I
know.
would have took those
I,
pearls out of his head and I would have fucked him up.
right. I'd have turned
Because
his bronze medal into wood.
I,
Like,
listen, I would have turned that son bitch sideways and shoved that bronze medal straight up his candy ass.
damn right. There's no like. I just thought that was careless, man. But it's like, yeah, I understand it's the most important thing in the world. But I'm like, you're also young, man. You'll be back in 4 years, I'm pretty sure. You'll be
Uh,
running all these world races and stuff like that. Like, you got a name for yourself. Like, unfortunately, like, but he came out. He came, you know, the tape speaks for itself. You know, you came out jumping around and everything and blah, blah, blah. Um,
feeling no pain. Feeling no
right,
pain.
feeling no pain. Didn't look like if you would have won the race, you wouldn't have said shit about COVID.
Hold on 1 minute. Hold on. Like you were saying, you feel like even if he was allowed to participate, you don't think he should have participated. He should have just took the L.
Yeah, I just think it's more of a moral thing than anything. Um, like I think me personally, I'd have been like looking around like I could infect anybody. It's like I guess people don't really look at it like this. If they looked at it like say you had that back in the day they used to have this thing called well they still do AIDS. And
Okay. Yeah.
and if you're if you have somebody that you're dear to and everything like that, and then you get with that person and you infect that person and that person turns around and dies a couple months later, you gonna feel a certain way about it.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't that be the same thing where you got, Rona, and you know about it,
Yeah.
and you go out there and say you sit there and you dap up, you know, the German guy right before the race, and then the next day that dude ends up with COVID, and then it could take you out in a week, month, whatever, and say something happened to that person, but you straight. Like morally, I guarantee you're gonna be like, I shook that man's hand. I possibly gave that person Rona or whatever. I just felt like that's just something that like he should have just sat and thought about and was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm not gonna race. I'm not gonna put everybody else's life in danger or whatever. Remember that one person that came over from China on a plane that caught COVID in like September. We were shut down by January.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's how
Sure.
that's how
I
quick
caught it New
that.
Year's Eve. New
Yeah,
Year's Eve going into 2020. I was sick of the dog.
yeah. Like that's how quick that stuff was or that stuff happened. So
Nah.
yeah, he shouldn't have raced.
Now the other thing, with the I haven't personally watched it, but I've seen like little clips.
Hmm.
They're doing breakdancing in the Olympics, right?
Man, I seen by that's all I've been seeing today on social media, and I keep seeing it's just this one lady, this Caucasian lady. I think
Mm-hmm.
she's from Australia or something like that,
Okay.
and and she, I if I'm not mistaken, hopefully we watched the same clip, but did she try to
Yeah. What the fuck
do
was she doing? Basically.
no, did she try to do that move that Chris Brown did or at the end of the thing where the dude went slid backwards and then rolled up on top of his head and kind of glided back and like I, it, I think she tried to steal that move from Stomp the Yard or something like that.
I
Cause
was more of a bring it
I was
on
like
guy.
that. Yeah, that definitely doesn't look like what was supposed to be happening. But you know, yeah, that was horrible, bro. Like I'm like, what
Do
is
you
this?
think
I
it should
haven't
be a do you think it should even be a sport?
no,
I mean, a contest.
no. I don't know. Like, why wasn't it a big uproar when they decided to do it? Cause I, how do they come up with this stuff though? Like, what is the like who introduces it and is like, hey, I think this should be a sport. This should be part of the Olympics.
Well, flag football is coming in 4 years.
Flag football. I
Flag
mean,
football.
I could see that. I watch that. I could see that. But
But be careful what you ask for though. Because look at
yeah,
it this way. You got like basketball. Let's put basketball for instance. You got
hmm
the Olympic team. You got the USA Olympic team with LeBron, Steph, Embiid, Booker, whole nine, Tatum riding the bench, whole nine, right?
hmm
You got them playing basketball, regular 5-on-5 basketball. Can you name anybody from the male 3-on-3 basketball team?
no, I didn't even know. No, I thought so. So that don't have NBA players on it. The
No,
3-on-3.
they got
Like I
former.
know, former.
They had they had matter of fact, I would even rock with it if they had dudes from the big three, a cube league or
Yeah,
whatever, right?
yeah.
No. You know who the biggest name on the 3-on-3 team was?
Who?
Jimma Fredette.
I don't even know who that is.
Remember Remember the dude years ago? I think he was in BYU, white dude, and he was shooting threes. He was almost like that era's Caitlin Clark. And then he got to the league and got shut down.
when I think of something like that, I think of that cat Morrison out of
Oh
Gonzaga.
yeah. He was another one. He was another one.
Yeah,
But yeah, he was. I
yeah.
think I want to say for Jimmer might have been for after Morrison. He might have
I
been.
don't.
I don't. I think he might have been after Morrison.
Yeah, that's you got me thinking like all of those NCAA players with the great white hype name behind them and stuff, and they get to the league, they be out of there. I, I'm trying to think of one that since Morrison that has came in that has had longevity
You know,
since
I'm gonna
Morrison.
I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna take it back to the '80s because I remember dude when he was
Mhm.
in college and he got to the league and he was a problem. Mark Price.
Oh yeah,
Mark
Mark Price
Price.
is a pro.
Yeah, Mark Price. I think he went to Georgia Tech,
Yeah, he went to Georgia
if I'm
Tech.
not
I don't know
mistaken.
if he
He went to
played the
Georgia
same
Tech.
time. Yeah, he Mark Price played. I think it was him and John Sally maybe. Um, uh, it's another one. That's the one that I'm thinking. He had that play. I think around the same time John Sally. I could be wrong, but
But yeah, Mark
those
Price was a
names seem like
problem. The only thing that messed him up was the knee problems. He kept on getting his knee hurt. But
yeah.
it's almost damn. There's another one. There's another one. But yeah, the Morrison, the Jimmers.
The Williams
Shoot.
JW White Chocolate.
How about? But was he known in which score in college though? I don't remember him in college. I just remember him popping up on Sacramento.
I remember him before Sacramento when he with my Orlando.
Hmm. Because I know he
I
went to the
think.
Heat later in his career after Sacramento.
Okay, yeah, that could be it. I just remember
But
he
yeah,
ended
to
up.
me he just popped up in Sacramento. He was almost like the professor from the N1.
Yeah, I remember when those tapes came out. They made a whole tour out of that.
Yeah. Shoot, I think Mark Jackson's brother was running that. Big Escalade.
Mark.
That was Mark Jackson's
Oh,
brother.
oh yeah, I didn't know that was his brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Mark Jackson. Uh, when I was
Now he
younger, I
looked like
went to
Escalade.
basketball. Yeah, when I went to a
What?
basketball camp, Mark Jackson was my instructor. But
Really?
that was it. Yep.
Was he scheming on LeBron's wife at the time?
Nah, this is before. This is way before that.
She can
I
get
was
the
a youngin.
business.
Right. That's crazy. Yeah, man. But
Oh
trying to
my
think what
goodness.
else what else in the what's up with the men's 4x1 team?
They, you know what it is, and I'll be technical. I'm not even gonna crack no jokes, even though year after year after year, uh, event after event, it's the same old shit. They don't know how to do the relay.
Right.
But I personally think it's similar to that those years where either which matter of fact, it's similar to when the basketball team was just putting all the good players, but nobody was actually playing with each other. They don't
Right.
have no camaraderie. They don't have no chemistry. So if you just saying, all right, we're gonna put these four dudes out, they fast, but they've never actually did the relay. They don't know. All right, this guy comes out the blocks late. All right, this
Mhm.
one I gotta speed up to make sure that he can get a head start. It's always a problem with the fucking the turnoff.
Yeah, and then it's worse when they turn around and they talk about the women's 4x1 team and how you look at all their handoffs, like the first to the second was uh the I think the preliminary one. They were all shaky and stuff. And even before Richardson got the baton, they switched they switched the McLaughlin, whatever. Yeah, I don't know what her name.
Uh-huh.
But they switched her from second to third,
Oh,
and
okay.
her and Shakari didn't even get to practice. Now, this is the most important race in the world. Like how, like, bro, I don't care what. Like, I don't think it takes that. Well, I'm not no 4x1 guy, but if those girls could do that, all it is you grabbing onto a baton, not leaving too early or whatever. But that's easier said than done because I've never done that before. But I don't think it's that hard. You get the baton and you take your ass on
You
and
know what I
stuff.
think
If
it
the
is?
girls could do it, I don't see why the guys can't do it.
And this is gonna get me in a whole bunch of trouble, but listen, it's a salty thought, so that's what I'm gonna say.
Hmm.
I think the women have no problem doing that because they're used to grabbing the baton, if you know what I mean. And they just passed it from one to another, to another, to another. Anchor just catching it. You saw how she was running, and all of a sudden she just looked at homegirl like. Now the men, they want some, yo, pause. Look, yo, why I gotta hold the baton? Yo, why can't I just flip it to you? Yo, why I gotta do nah, the men, but the women, they're like, yeah, give me that. Yeah, they
So you think so for the men's race they should change the baton? What would you have?
a
What would you
buck,
change it to?
maybe a buck, I don't know, maybe a bean bag. I don't know.
Like miniature hot dogs on a bun or
Yeah, something like
something?
that. You know,
Uh,
you
like
grab the bun. so, so some
so,
hamburger buns.
yeah, something soft. That right, it needs to be something. Hey,
Say it.
you give them Italian bread, like they need to be ready to.
Listen. Shoot. Matter of fact, let me ask you a question because
Yeah,
we're in the same era. All right. Um, you know the saying that they have for hot dogs now. The young people, they call them glizzies.
I didn't even know that.
Okay. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, they were gonna move that away
All
because
right.
um damn question. And this is so random. Do you listen to current hip hop?
By mistake. By
What do you mean?
mistake.
What do you mean? Okay. What do you mean by mistake?
Like the son has to be walking around listening to, or the kid, one of the kids start saying certain lyrics, and I'm sitting there like, "What's that from?" And then I'm like, and then I listen to it. I'm like, you know, me. I'm a young head at, you know, I get in the car and be vibing and everything, and
Yeah.
uh, like I like I ain't even ashamed to say this, but that stupid Glorilla song, uh, when she be talking about it's 95 degrees, bro. I don't know if it's the beat. I'm a production person,
Yeah.
and then being from Atlanta, she be like, "Hey, oh, I'm hyped." So I'm I'm in the car like it's 3 95 degrees. You know what I'm saying? And you got to bleep out certain words and stuff. And I'm like, why do I like this song? And then I realized that the beat is unique. It's not in a cadence that I've heard before. Um, it doesn't sound like nobody else's stuff. Even the new stuff or the old stuff. It don't sound like a Timbaland track. Like whoever did that track sounds like their own person and stuff. But at the same time, I don't know if that person will ever be able to repeat what they did in that track because I think that's uh, somebody try to duplicate it, like it would sound too much. Like you'll be copyright like instantly because just the way that the cadence is and you know the bass drop, the kicks and everything, the way this is it's set up.
Yeah.
But that shit's just different. That sounds different. I mean, she be like, "Hey, like I'm hyped," I'd be like, "Hey," but but that's that's because it's on the radio, but it's this other stuff they be listening to. I think it's I don't know if it's drill music or get that blicky like it's almost
Yeah.
like Takashi 6ix9ine on steroids.
Oh, okay.
And and it and it and it and it doesn't really have a flow to it. It's just it's like somebody just talking on a beat sometime. I will have next time I have some music playing or something so you can hear what I'm talking about. But what have y'all
Do,
been listening to up there?
do you because you're familiar with production,
Hmm.
does it irk you when you hear some of the new people or the newer artists or nowadays pretty much new to us, current to everybody else, that it seems like they're not on beat? It's like they got my thing is if you listen to the lyrics, it's like all right, I see the wordplay, I see how, but it's off, and I'm not even talking about off beat. It's just off.
It drives me nuts. I don't even know how as a producer like even if I was having a session like you're usually sitting there like to your own production and then you're supposed to hear a person like ride the beat
Yeah,
like have he's rapping with the cadence and stuff. Now I can't imagine the way I'm sitting there listening to the beat and then all of a sudden the guy starts rapping and next like you can't even enjoy your own track
yeah.
anymore. But some I don't even know like I don't even try to know who the artists are anymore
Me neither.
because it drives me crazy so much. Um, it it's disgusting, bro. It's disgusting. And
You
now
know,
I'm sitting here like all the rappers that in our era, they're like 50s and almost 60s and stuff, and you know,
it makes you feel your age.
oh yeah.
See, because I know, like, I was telling my partner from Hidden Gems Football each and every Thursday. I was telling my partner, Mojo,
Hmm.
for years, like I couldn't listen to, I couldn't enjoy music
Hmm.
because I had I was writing so much, or yeah, pretty much I was writing so much and or recording so much that I'm not sure if everybody or artists have this, but I entitled it, I had a rapper ear. Meaning anytime I'm listening to a song or something, I'm not really listening to the actual song because the first thing that's going in my head is all right, a bar's coming to my head, or darn, how would I attack this beat? How would I get into the pocket? What flow would I do? Blah, blah, blah. And I really couldn't enjoy the music until I stopped, like over the last year and change. I want to say over the last 2 years almost. I really don't listen to. I don't listen to current hip hop.
Hmm.
And tell you the truth, only time I'm really listening to rap or whatever is when I'm exercising, when I'm walking, something like that. I listen to nothing but either 80s music or old school R&B, soul music or something. And that actually kind of cleansed my head, cleansed my ear, cleansed my palate. And now I can actually listen to something and have a whole new perspective. Like I'm listening to stuff from our era and I'm listening to it and I'm like, I'm not ashamed to say like, oh, I hear it differently now.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but yeah, but what? Because like I would tell him, I'm like, yo, whenever I hear something, or if let's say we was getting on the track together or something, or he would send me the beat, the first
Mhm.
thing that went in my mind would be, okay, what flow am I going to use to this beat? Before I even come up with bars, I'm already thinking, what kind of cadence am I going to use to the beat?
Right.
And then I formulate my bars around what kind of cadence, what how am I going to ride it or whatever. I'm a for fair or foul, I've always been a flow person.
Right.
So like you, the stuff that I would make years ago, you probably listen like, yo, what the fuck was he talking about? Yo, that was some wild shit. But
Right.
if anybody just listened to it without really listening to it, I'm on the beat. Okay, I'm which squad I'm riding. I think one time you said something like, yo, that's just slap. And I'm like, huh? Which slap? I don't know. And you was like, no, that should go. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, it was like years ago, shit, like 10 years ago, or
Right.
whatever.
Right. Right.
But yeah, that would always be my go-to. Is like, all right, I need to know what kind of flow I'm going to use or what kind of cadence I'm going to use to attack the beat. Now I can actually just listen to something, enjoy it for what it is, and then if by chance something catches me, I'm like, you know what? I'll write it down. I'm probably not recording shit ever again, but I'll
Right.
write it down. I'll write a couple bars, and I'm good. But yeah, that offbeat stuff just irritates the hell out of me. Like Glorilla, she's offbeat.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be listening, like, yo, she's spitting. It's just offbeat.
Yeah.
And
You know what? But Glorilla, I don't know too much about. Like, listen to that. Like I said, that one song that I like. It kind of works for her in a
yeah,
sense because that beat is offbeat. That beat is not like it's not that boom boom bat bat. It's not that it's boom 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 boom. It's just it ain't something that you heard of like even here it's 95 like I'm the way she's rapping with it I'm just like that shit works. Now I keep going on like SoundCloud because I'm like I want to hear somebody do a remix to it. I
okay,
want to and I keep personally like I want to find somebody who's from New York or up top somewhere. How would they rap to this track? Like I would love to hear Common, not a Common, what's the dude from Dipset, Cameron.
okay,
I would like like Glorilla. I might get beat up for saying this. Like the way she is on this particular track, like I could hear Cameron on it.
okay,
How
okay.
how he used to, and he was off track too. Like he was off beat on a lot of his songs and stuff. Like the Dipset song and how crazy that song. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
Okay, okay. Not yeah, but it wasn't so apparent.
man, I used to feel like Cameron just he raps so slow and lazy. Like he had to get a particular um track to meet his lazy delivery. But his lazy delivery to me is what sold his rhymes and stuff to me.
But so
It
you
makes
don't
any sense?
remember Cameron that used to rap fast?
Uh-uh. I would
Okay,
have
well,
to.
his first thing was um his first LP was Confessions of Fire, and he rapped way faster than he slowed down his flow over the years, but
Okay.
it was almost like a machine gun delivery. Like, damn, I can't even describe it. But do you remember Drag On
Mm-hmm.
from Rough Riders?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on the low, Drag On when he first came out, that was Cam's flow.
Mm.
But Cam already went to something else.
Okay.
So Drag On did what he did. But when Drag On first came out, the way he used to ride a beat, the way he used to flow, that was Cameron's old flow.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen
So
to. I'm gonna have to listen to. I'm gonna have to listen to Cameron. Like you have to give me
listen
the
to
name of that
Confession of
track again.
Fire.
Confession of
Listen to
Fire.
Confessions of Fire, his first LP, and that was his original. That was quote unquote his original flow, and then he slowed down over the years. And of
Okay.
course, subject matter, whatever, he just slowed down over the years. But something that I remember hearing years ago, especially when y'all when y'all was taking over. Like
Uh-huh.
I'm not going. I ain't not going to sugarcoat it. Everything was coming from y'all, right? And unfortunately, up here, a lot of people rode your way instead of continuing to do us or trying to merge or try to merge into it. They just like, oh, you know what? They hot now. We just going. Everybody up here. I was like, yo, how you from New York? And you got a down south accent. Like
Right.
I didn't get that, right? But
Right.
Jada said some shit. He was like, what the difference used to be up here. We used to our bars used to end on the bass.
Right.
Y'all bounce used to end on the snare. That was the way y'all bounce, which go your shit. You that would he interpreted it. He used to call it the southpaw sound,
Mm.
right? And that's something to this day. Like I know now, I know exactly when he said I didn't know what he was talking about. Then when I started writing everything, I understood what he was talking about. Only on I could never really get that flow. Like,
Right.
I know you're supposed to be original, but I could never really, even when I tried to do that flow, it would go back to because my ears so used to being on the bass
Right.
instead of on the snare. So it was always a different bounce.
Yeah. I ain't never heard that before. Now that you said that, I'm sitting here thinking like what the Outkast first song, Southern Player Listed,
Yeah,
and I'm sitting
especially
there
Big Boy.
bouncing to the and I'm sitting there bouncing my head to it, and I'm like, man, yeah, they're rapping to the snare.
Yep.
And then I'm sitting there now. I'm trying to figure out a song because you like up top, everything was on a bass.
Yeah,
Uh,
boom back. We would boom
okay,
back.
yeah. See, that's crazy. I never thought about it.
Yeah. So and being the fact that y'all came into prominence and everything, it was something. It was almost ear candy to a lot of people because it's like everybody was so used to the New York boom bap. When y'all came and pretty much literally flipped it, it was like,
Mhm.
oh, this is, and that's the problem with the game right now. Nothing, everything is the same.
Yeah,
Everything is the same. Like,
everything get recycled.
hot, yeah, but every every era has an era. Everybody which go 5 years. It comes from all right. You had the shiny suits. Then you had DMX came and grimied everything up. Then
Yep.
Ja Rule came and all right, got everything a little melodic and everything. Then 50 grimied everything up while stealing Ja Rule style. If you really
Right.
think about it,
You think 50 stole Ja Rule's
the
style?
melodic style, he just
Oh,
added a little edge to it.
okay, okay.
Like
That's
like
right.
like after a while, Ja Rule was just on some singing shit that
Right.
rhymed. But if you really think about it, 50 just jacked his shit like, nah, I'm taking your shit. Like he was on the corner, whatever. And
Mm.
then that ended up being a little grimy, whatever. And then Kanye came with the all right, just
Chicago style.
a different style. And then you come out, then you got into the era of Drake, Cole, Kendrick. Now, I didn't really mean to stay this long on music, but since I got you on,
Right.
what do you think about that Drake Kendrick? Even though I know this, it's kind of old news, but at the same time, I haven't had a chance to chop it up with you.
Heh, heh. Listen, I loved every bit of it. Um, yeah, your boy Drake is Drake is cool. I feel like I could just listen to Drake. I could just tell, like you could just tell when somebody ghostwriting for people
Yeah,
and stuff. And I could tell like when he's in the studio, you could tell when a person keeps getting chopped in, if you know what I mean, where they pause and hey, rewind it back a little bit, and then he might say the salty thoughts were, you know, were a lot of whatever, and then oh no, back it up, and then coming there, the salty thought was like the marital or something, and it just adds to it, and then
yeah,
hey, pause me and then start back. Um, so I could just tell he's doing that. Man, Kendrick Lamar, like man, he give you orgasms, bro. Like his flow is deliverance. Everything. I think each one of his disses towards Drake hit a different genre of music. It wasn't just rap. It wasn't just hip hop. Man came in with that one song where what's that song? I've been so many places. I've seen so many things. He he started a rap off of that song, and it, man gave you the R&B thing. And then when he that the one track that he did with where he had the guy that got the grits thrown on him,
Al Green.
Al Green, bro. I
Yeah.
was done after that. I was like, you could end it. Like you could end it because I'm sitting. I was just like, and he's like, I was just like I was a fan, and I think something that I thought about. I was like, man, you see how they be doing all these reactions to stuff.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I gotta call Mike. I said I might get interested in like I might start reacting or breaking down some of this new stuff because even though like you said, and it might be cool for us because we old heads, but one thing Andre 3000 said, he's like, man, stop hating on these new people. And he's like,
Yeah.
it's kind of our fault that that they're a little misguided anyway because we ain't embracing them. Like when that kid back in the day, like Future used to be an organized noise, or he
Yeah.
was Rico Wade's cousin and stuff like that, but he wasn't getting the shine like he getting now. Like Future had to make his own way and stuff, but at the same time, I could hear organized noise in Future, but I could hear Future rapping more towards the generation
The
now.
current. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
Um, you know, without end off the music thing with this, do you think, in your opinion, do you think Drake should just leave it alone? Do you think it can ever be the same for him ever again? Or should he just say, you know what? I'm a pop nigga now.
Well, he just leaked like I don't know 100, I don't know kilobytes or I don't know what they said. It just leaked a whole bunch of his music, and we think he did it. He got a song out right now with him, Future, 21 Savage. It might be the hardest track that I've heard since the diss. It might be one of the hardest tracks that I've heard all year.
But
And there's no but. Like it's one of them things like you have to hear it. You have to hear it.
the reason I say but is
It
at this
was
point in
leaked.
time,
What you saying, but it was leaked. If it was put on an album
mhm,
or something, because Drake came out with this little Wagwan Delilah. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Like, that was a joke. I don't know if you heard that song.
no.
Wagwan Delilah, have you heard the mention? It's that.
Who with the Camilla Cabello girl,
I'm
or it's
not sure.
by himself?
I think it's by himself.
Okay, okay.
But it's that old song, Hello Delilah. Oh, what you do for me? Oh, that song. He remade that. It's horrible. So they turn around and leaked all this new stuff. But you got to hear it because when you hear how Young Thug, he's on the hook to this track,
Okay.
and the beat is just like, man, you're instantly gonna be like this. And then the way he Young Thug comes in there and he's like the way he's like speaking the way he's attacking the beat, man, you're gonna be like, oh my god, this is hard. And then Drake comes in and you know I forgot Drake lost the battle. Because now I'm sitting here like, okay, you're killing this. And then 21 comes in and he murders it. Now they thinking 20. They thinking 21 Savage is taking a shot at Kendrick Lamar now. I wish you could listen to it now.
You know, when we get off, which score I'll either send it to me or which score I'll look for it.
Okay.
Two. I got to ask you two things before we get out of here. Number one, because we've been cordial for the last half hour, so that should got to end. What's going on with your Braves? What's going on? Like I thought y'all was up and away. Like, don't get me wrong, because I think my team just went to Seattle and shit the bed again. Matter of fact, let me look.
And I think
Braves, of course, we got shut out again.
Oh, we just trying to be like y'all or something. I don't know. That Kuna injury, man. I think that really messed everything up. I think they was already in a slump before that. I don't know. Like, a little speechless of my Braves.
Because y'all got us by a half game right now. But that can easily change with one victory tomorrow.
Yeah.
I feel confident in the fact that even though we have a very hard schedule going the rest of the way, I don't think y'all gonna be able to hold us off.
We're not too far behind Philly, right?
No, y'all about let me see. I can see it right now. 7.5 back.
7.5.
Yeah, 7.5 back. We 8 back. Nobody's catching Philly. We know we're not catching Philly. Y'all not catching Philly.
Yeah, we just dropped 4 in a row, 5, something like that. I think tonight when I was driving, I think it was like 11-8 or something like that.
Yep. Matter of fact, y'all won. Because y'all beating up on the lowly Rockies. 11-8. So y'all won. So y'all snapped your skid. That's why y'all have the game up.
Okay. Well.
But I don't have faith in y'all.
Man, you hitting sore spots.
Just saying.
I mean,
I'm gonna stay away from football because I don't want to spoil anything that hasn't come out yet. So, but what's going on with your Braves?
Yeah, they suck now. I think ever since I went to the Braves game this year, and the little chop, you used to hear back in the day, you would hear that. Oh,
what, they banned that now? You can't say that now.
Can't even say that. We just it's like.
Really?
Like,
how come? So the PC police went down there and said, nah, y'all can't appropriate.
If you look at the Atlanta Braves hat, the Brave is not on the hat no more.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just an A, right?
Off. It's just
yeah. I mean, they did that with the Cleveland too. The Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah, that's horrible. I thought that
they got rid of all that. Redskins, no more Redskins. But the Chiefs are still there. Ain't that a bitch?
And they still get to do that.
Huh? Yeah. Why is that? Arrowhead. Oh.
But why does the Chief get a pass and does Florida State get a pass? I think it has something to do with the territory as well.
I think it's the fact of Seminole is not a slur. A chief is not a slur. A redskin is a slur. Indian. It wasn't so much the Indian word, it's the fact of the depiction of the Indian with the one feather with the big ass teeth. Yeah, that was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. So y'all I mean the brave is what's really a brave? Is that a sect of Indians? I mean Native Americans? No. The tomahawk. Why y'all have to have the tomahawk as a as
Time
a
off,
symbol
chop.
of your
They don't
team.
even have that no more.
Exactly. What y'all have? A machete now?
I don't know what it is.
Y'all got a hammer? The
I
Atlanta
mean,
Hammers?
I just be paying attention when we get into the playoffs and stuff.
But y'all not getting to the playoffs this year, though.
Man, we're gonna make the playoffs.
No, you're not.
I can't look, and I can't wait to watch y'all. Like y'all need that one game, and then y'all need us to either win or lose. And say y'all win, and all y'all need is for us to lose. It's gonna happen like that, and we're gonna win, and then you're gonna be sitting over there with your salty thoughts, like fuck John. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Mark my
I
words. And
don't know.
and and if that happens, I'm gonna send you Atlanta Braves jersey, and you're gonna have to wear it for an episode, sir.
You know what? I'll take you up on that bet. I'll take you up on that bet. It's not gonna happen. Um, I'm gonna be upset that you're gonna have to waste your money on these shoddy ass Fanatics jerseys. That's why I haven't purchased a new jersey this year, because those shits look cheap. Like the lettering are like this small.
The Mets
It
jersey.
look in a bootleg like hell.
Mm.
You know, shoot, it got the sweat stains. You saw dude's meat in spring training.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's like, come on, man.
Like,
It was
come
crazy.
on, bro.
That's crazy. Oh, speaking of, well, since I brought it up, did you hear about the poll voter? The poll voter who actually messed up because his shit hit the poll, and he actually got a sponsorship offer for some porno site? That's crazy.
What?
What's the crazy part? It wasn't a Mandingo. He just went. I swear I thought that shit was fake. I thought that was some AI shit. I'm like, yo, that shit was real. He just knocked the whole pole off. Yo, you know how much ass he was getting in the Olympic Village after that?
I'm about to say,
motherfuckers saw him before he came around. He was like,
look, he probably got back. They were all laid out in the bed and stuff. I think they offered him like $250,000 to show the package at some thing. I was like, man,
I don't blame him for not taking it though. I don't blame him for not taking it, because the notoriety would be longer than him soiling himself and putting himself on camera with that. That 250 go by quick. But being the fact that the next Olympics, he's going to try to redeem himself by making sure he got his shit tucked.
I was feeling he gonna have to tuck it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to strap that shit. Something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yo, that matter of fact, I'm gonna pause. I've been talking about this dude meat way too long. To wrap things up. Now if you don't want to broach this subject, I truly understand, because it can be a sensitive subject. But my ongoing theme over the last month or so, I've been delving in politics, right? Mm-hmm. And as recently as this afternoon, I noticed I used to think that people used to just shit on, have these little. It was one of those things of the sayings of the dog avies, or you could tell a racist because they always got the sunglasses on with the racing cap and everything.
Right.
I had a couple come in my comments. So first, one of them said that one of the people I had on last week got to be mentally ill to have such an opinion, which I didn't find that was cool. Then I had another dude that pretty much was like, well, maybe if you were to listen to the whole speech, matter of fact, maybe I could explain it to you if you have problems understanding.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. But neither here nor there. Do you think, in your opinion, like I said, if you don't want to talk about it, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Kamala Harris has a chance in hell at becoming the first, not only the first woman, but the first African American woman to be president of the United States of America?
I think she has a big chance of it.
Why?
Only reason why I hate to say the only reason why, because don't nobody want to see. They don't want Trump to succeed. I think it's just off of that. Um, we've gotten a taste of Trump. You know, if it wasn't for his money, my thing is take his money away. Would you vote for him?
I was going to vote for him with the money, without the
What?
money.
Right, but you know, even
But
without
there's
the
some
money and stuff
people,
like that.
there's some
But
people in this
there's people.
society.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
look, there's people that they're just they're just going. I don't even think it's unfortunately it's not going to be a black or white thing, or it will, or a black or Indian thing or whatever. Because your boy over there acting stupid to me. Well, she just became black. She used to run as Indian or something back then or whatever. I'm not sure. Um, he's dumb. Like this lady is qualified, and right now, like this is what we have. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else is coming up saying, "Hey, well, let me go ahead and do it." I don't know if anybody could do that. The only person I could think was one of the Kennedys' sons or nephews or whatever is
Yeah.
making a name for himself or something. Why he ain't pop up?
Okay.
Because somebody said, "Hey, don't jump up right now. Now it's not your time. Your time probably. I think we're setting him up for 4 years from now or 5 years from now or
Okay.
something." Um, the only reason why, your boy Biden, like you could just tell he on his way out. Um, and I think that was a smart move that you know he did what he had to do as far as dropping out of the thing because they were coming for him. Like they know through those two debates, oh, he was going to lose the election. He was going to lose the election just because he doesn't seem like he has it there. So you basically going to just hand this to Trump. Well, nah, we got, hey, sit down. Let's see if you get your girl come in. And then I thought we were going to get that Pennsylvania governor to run as vice president.
Yeah.
But I think she was smart going the other way because it's a swing state. Can't remember where the what state it is, but it's one of those states where I feel like, oh, that was strategic what she just did. Like she's playing
Well,
chess.
Pennsylvania was a swing state.
Well,
The guy,
Pennsylvania was.
yeah, Pennsylvania actually was a swing state. The VP nominee is the governor of Minnesota. From what I read and heard, I mean,
Wait, is the
the
governor of Minnesota? Didn't it used to be the old wrestler?
yeah, Jesse the Bobby.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that
it's
was years ago. Yeah,
okay.
that was good, like
My
at least
bad.
about 20 years ago.
I knew you'd be excited about that because the whole thing with the fake wrestling stuff and all that stuff. Wrestling ain't real.
You know what? I'm gonna give you a pass on that one. But
But, yeah.
no, which go from what I heard that
Are you gonna cry when
it was
John
almost
Cena?
it was it's almost like they did an okie doke. Okay, the reason I say that because they announced it in Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania governor was the front runner supposedly. From what I heard and what I read, that the two interviews they had, the two meetings that they had with Shapiro, he's the governor of Pennsylvania, that either it didn't go well, he came off a little too cocky, and he actually had an ad that was pretty much presumptive that he was going to be the nominee. So they was almost like, oh, we didn't even tell you how you just assumed that you're gonna be the dude. Matter of fact, fuck you. We picking this guy. But because my thing is, do you really go to the state of the person who's supposed to be the front runner and say, you know what? It's gonna be him? Right. Something changed at the last minute. Something had to change at the last minute.
I don't, you know what, man? The biggest thing out of this whole thing, Trump to me is one of the biggest. I almost want to call him a terrorist.
Okay.
Because that shit that you did, that shit that he did, or where they went attacked I'm gonna say attacked because people or a person was killed at the Capitol, was based off of your rally. And if you play back the tapes and stuff like that, you egged them on. That's like Ray Lewis going to a goddamn high school, or before teams go out to the field and do his spill as his and and sit there and just and then sends the team out there and then he don't go watch the team.
Hey, we move for the Gipper. I'm going back here.
Right. I think Trump did that thing. I think when Trump got in the car, just like how Trump when they tried to take his ear off, he wanted to jump up and allegedly he wanted to jump up and then show, I'm okay, whatever, blah blah blah, USA, all that stuff. But when he got back in that car after he incited that riot, he was gonna go there, and I think people got in the car was like, "Nah, we can't go there. We can't go there. That's not gonna be smart."
Blow yourself up.
So I think he orchestrated that, like just like how they be having these RICO cases and stuff like that. Like the person that's at the top of that RICO case ain't the person that did it, but all he said was, "Yeah, go take him out," or he made the instructions and stuff to do it. How is it that man like? How I think it's a joke that he's even able to run. Period. Like, could you imagine the damage that we could have done on the Million Man March? Could you imagine that? Like, we could have honestly, we could have took over the city. Okay. 1 million people, 1 million African American people in the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C.
Now, I'm going to say this, and people are probably going to think of it as a joke, and I'm dead serious. If that would have been attempted, forgive my French, it would have been 1 million. They would have tried to attempt to make 1 million dead niggas in the District of Columbia. Oh, yeah. That's what kills me about that whole situation.
For sure.
I said it at the time. The people who perpetrated that, the people that was found there on the inside, the senators that had something to do with that, the people from the Capitol Police that had something to do with that. You remember the video where you see some of the Capitol Police actually pulling back the barricades, like, go ahead. Go ahead. Yep. Ain't nothing we can do. Go ahead. Yep. Like, and hardly nobody, I mean, yeah, people did get arrested, but nobody really felt the long arm of the law. Nobody. Mr. Orange included.
Right.
But had that been a couple thousand mother effers from Brownsville that tried to say, you know what, we're going to run up in the Capitol. Yep. You know how much blood would have been on those steps?
Yep.
They wouldn't be able to breach the Capitol. They wouldn't have been able to go in and start looking around. Oh, yeah, Pelosi. Yeah, we're looking for Pelosi. We're looking for Pence.
Right. And
there wouldn't have been no trial.
Yeah, and the dude that was sitting there with his feet up on the desk, I think I don't even really think he got jail time. I think something
I think
happened
he
to
got
him,
jail time and then said, "Look, I'm vegan. I can't. Which guard? I need better accommodations."
but man, the crazy part is I was supposed to drive, the bus company I'm with brought, I think it was like 10 bus loads up there and stuff up to Washington D.C. for that particular Trump rally or whatever.
Oh wow.
And when they said like, yeah, we got a trip for you to go to Washington D.C. And I was like, what am I going to Washington D.C. for? And it was like, oh, it's a busload Trump rally thing. And I was like, nah, I don't want to drive. I turned that trip down. And then my homeboy was like, man, I think some of them people, they- you know, I don't want to say too much, but you know, they would they were part of that. And I was just like, man, that's wild. Like I
Yeah,
couldn't have did that.
yeah. I'm just thinking. I'm like, damn. What would you have done if you would have did that? Then you saw that, and then you're like, oh, I'm supposed to take these. I'm supposed to bring these mother effers back home.
I mean, you wouldn't have got on my
I'm not gonna
bus.
be an accomplice.
Right. Yeah,
Wow.
that's how they're feeling. I got these alarms going off on these
Oh. You got an invader.
walkie-talkies.
You got an invasion.
I got these radios when I had to go work in the mountains, West Virginia last year. So somebody must have had them on. You see that big old TV back there? That's what.
What size?
Shit, 85.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm getting. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I can't. I wait until I retire, buddy.
Wait
Wait
till
until
you
I
retire.
retire. I'm gonna catch up. I'm only up to 65. I got two 65s.
Man, you know how much that TV was?
I can imagine.
Like $400. Let me.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you.
Okay, say no more. Say no more. I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
I just don't. I tell you the truth. I could if I wanted to go bigger. I really don't have the room to.
Right.
Cause I'm
Yeah,
looking
you
at like
probably
I'm
sit in the
looking.
kitchen or something. Yeah, sit in the kitchen and the TV be all the way over there by the bedroom. Like this thing
Yo,
be so like when we cut this thing on, man. Like I have to pull my seat like all the way back. Like sometimes the little lazy boy chair be back here next to the dining room table. It's so it's like you can see everything. You see the grain of the grass swaying, and I'm just like, all right, this is too crazy.
so you had to bring up grass again, right? Think
Oh
you
yeah, I'm
slipped.
sorry.
Think you slipped. I caught that.
I'm
I
sorry.
caught that. You're trying to get me
Sorry,
back for the
sorry.
Brave slander, but that's all right. It's all right. Look,
What I
I'm keen
want
on everything.
what I want to get you back for is you know, thought I forgot that since
Oh
I
yeah.
asked.
Oh shoot,
Yeah.
mate. You know what? And guess what? My vacation ends on Tuesday.
Oh,
I've been on vacation this whole damn week.
whole week.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
My vacation ends on Tuesday. I have. You know what? Tell you the truth, I think I played the PlayStation maybe twice. Twice. I played Mikey yesterday in 2K, and he bust my
Mhm.
ass twice. And that's the first time I played 2K since I bought it.
Mm.
And then I played WWE 2K24 maybe a month ago on my July vacation. Played that for a couple days. Then I don't know. I haven't been able to get the fever. I haven't really got the fever. I got the fever when I first got the mat and everything. And tell you
Mhm.
the truth, the only reason I cracked it open because I had the Rona for Christmas,
Right.
so I was pretty
Right.
much stuck in the room, and that's why I cracked it open. And then we played a little bit, and I think tell you the truth, I think after I beat your ass the last time, I haven't played Madden since.
What?
Yeah, I haven't played Madden since the
Wait,
last time
wait,
I
wait,
beat
wait,
your ass.
wait, wait, wait. When
Remember,
you
I do
beat
got I do
my
got I
ass
do
up,
got photographic proof. So don't ask
do
don't
you?
ask silly.
Do you? You might have pulled that
Yeah,
up, cause
And tell you the truth, it's on one of the past episodes in the archives. I put it up there. I didn't put it in Facebook. I put it on YouTube. Bomb. 42 something. Bomb.
That don't sound right, but I'll let you have it.
Listen, when I get off, I'll send you I'll send you some memorabilia of that ass whooping I gave you. Shoot, I was running all over you. Once I realized, you know what, fuck the pass. Let me just ground and pound. It was a wrap. It was a wrap. Ball control like a mother effer. So I think I had the ball for like 3/4 combined.
Man's bad on something. Yeah, you gotta send me proof.
Yeah. Oh, now you gotta act brand new because we on the stream.
You acting brand new.
I'm not acting brand new. I'm just speaking truth. Look. For everybody that's listening, everybody's watching. Yeah, he got me like 3-2 or 4-2, or I only got one win. Okay, so 3-1. 3-1. He got me 3-1. But the last one is the one that counts, which is the one that I won. So somehow, some way, maybe if I decide to get 25, I don't even know if I'm gonna get 25. If I get 25 before Christmas, maybe we could renew this rivalry. Maybe I can get college football, even though he got a mega head start on top of me. But I can't get Madden 25 without getting college football 25. Those go hand in hand. So you can draft it. So I got to get both. So maybe by then, we can continue this rivalry. I don't think we're going to go back to 24 because he's past 24. And tell you the truth, 24 is passe right now. 25 about to come out.
Yeah, 25 it is.
So
I'm about to leave.
So yeah, so maybe we do. I don't know. Maybe fuck around, do it on the stream. I don't know. But yeah, listen. I got my last win. So number one, bloodline number one, and yeah, sure, I'm good.
You know how you want, you beat somebody's ass so much that you enjoy playing them and stuff because you get to hear them bitch and whine and grunt and all of that shit on the other.
I don't bitch and whine.
Hold on. You get to hear all the, like, man, Frank, what the fuck? Like you get to hear all of that. Well, sometimes you gotta give up a game here and there to give them the hope to want to play you again. And so that so that's what kind of probably happened. You get to a point where you start just practicing while they're really playing a game and stuff. And I think that's really what happened. So, I mean, when he comes back out 25, hell, I might send you 25 or something and get to play in this game. And we're just gonna have to keep score and maybe do this live thing or whatever. Might have to do something like that.
Listen, it's always gonna be. He's always gonna have a little bit of heads up on me when it comes to this, because he'll get it before I get it. Because I ain't gonna lie. Shoot, you see, Mr. Ford doesn't. Yeah, I just reached 48 last week. So, but even before that, I was like, no, F this. I'll wait for discounts. I'll wait for those PlayStation Plus deals. So 25 come out. I think there's one that usually come out like in November. Around Black Friday, they have one of those sales, and then right before Christmas, they have another sale. When that shit comes from $70 like down to $35, $40, yeah, I'll jump on it then. Sure, I'm not paying $70 for just a retread of last year. Look, I've been the fool for that for years. No more.
Well, should say no more. Say no more.
But yeah, this has been a long time coming, bro. I mean, I'll kind of let the cat out the bag for a little bit. This is not his podcast premiere per se, but this is his Salty Thoughts of Mike Steph podcast premiere. This has been something that's been in the works for, actually, hasn't been in the works that long, because until we realized, like, yo, it's actually kind of easy, because I can just send you the link and he can get on the phone or whatever. But this is something we've been talking about doing, and I'm glad that everything kind of lined up, that I was off and he had some free time, and that he didn't mind. Actually, I kept him company on the way home. Y'all didn't even know he was driving on the way home, and I kept him company. Actually, we kept him company. you know.
Yeah,
But
we kept
but no,
our
this is
time.
cool. This is
Yes,
cool.
sir.
This is only the first time because football
Yeah.
season hasn't started yet.
Oh yeah. I'll
So
be back. I'll be back. You know, I got to defend my Falcons.
yeah,
Yeah.
shoot. You see how I said that shit with a lisp?
Falcons.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, Poppy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Pause. Hell no.
um, quick reminder. Quick reminder for everybody, because now I gotta do my little spiel. Hidden Gems Football. Hidden Gems Football, hosted by the Mojo King and myself, Mike Steph. Yes. Hosted by the Mojo King and Mike Steph. New episode drop each and every Thursday. I don't care if y'all haven't seen an episode in another week and a half. Trust and believe, they're coming. They're already ready to come out. We're trying to backload them,
Yeah.
but they're coming. And those are available on the YouTube channel of the 19 Media Group. Salty Thoughts and Mike Steph podcast. The audio version is available on the following platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music, amongst others. New episodes drop of the audio version each and every Wednesday. Check me up on the social medias at Mike Steffens, __ on X. Mike __ Steph on the gram, and on TikTok at Mike Steph _. And since I'm talking about that, do you have any plugs to get out the way? Anybody want to holler at you? You know, Mr. Champion Driver.
Shit, my wife want to holler at me, so I'm out. Going
Oh, yeah.
end up getting off this thing a couple seconds. I don't know how to do all that. Yeah, I'm at low fat. Man, fuck it. I'll have all that for like next time and stuff. I'm gonna have to write it down because I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter, all that stuff. But I
You
get a
know
little
what it
bit more
sounds
in
like
here.
to me?
What?
It sounds like you got the bug in your ear of, baby, I miss you. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna eat these. Eat these chips to get some carbs in me. And
Pineapples?
apples,
Pineapples.
pineapples.
Yeah. Do your research.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So I think with that being said, I think we're gonna get out of here. You know what? I'm gonna let you go. I would holler at you
Yes, sir.
very, very soon. Go get your pineapple taken care of. And I'll be waiting for your sister to come home and take care.
I don't want to hear that. All right, bro.
I love it.
All
I'll
right,
see you
well,
later,
bro.
brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? Always had to get that last singer. Yeah. Yeah. So no, this has been a great episode. Great, very impromptu episode of the Salty Thoughts of Mike Steph, featuring my near and dear brother-in-law, Mr. Lophattbeats himself. So next week, I think I got another thing up the sleeve. I'm not going to let y'all know exactly what's going to be up the sleeve, but I got another surprise for y'all in the the August extravaganza of celebration, if you will, of Mr. 4 Dozen. Yes, Mr. 4 Dozen, Mr. Best in the world of what the fuck I do. Mike Steph. With all that being said, we're gonna get out of here. Cloudy. Yeah. I see you see Stitch back there. Fuck him. Cloudy. You got anything to say? You acting brand new too? That's crazy. All right. Chill. Goodbye. Mother effer. I always do that. I'm so rusty right now. I'm getting out of here. Goodbye.